My best friend Tuan spent his whole summer this year building a camper for his short bed Tacoma. From digital design markup to sorting material to welding the frame, insulating, and interior layout, all by himself, with the help of a few friends in certain area. I was honored to follow along the building process and offer a tiny bit of help where I could. When the rent at his condo came up in June, he didn't renew it. And it was around the same time he sort of had a career change idea, and this shift eventually allowed him to move into this camper full time. It's still sort of a half-finished product. So far, I've been holding on pretty good. And the thing is, you don't have to think this is a huge project or like he has to be someone who knows how to do things. Tuan has no trades background. This is his first fabrication design project that goes on this big, so. I guess he's still cleaning up his home to welcome the guests of all of you. We're overexposed right now.
Overexposed?
We're overexposed.
So we look white?
We look white. So the camper itself is grey, it's not white so far because it's not painted. Are you planning to paint it?
I don't think so. I kind of like the color.
Okay, so this diesel heater has been running last night.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's so warm. The whole room is just so warm.
Very simple build out. They're not that hard to assemble.
So it's a planter box?
Yeah. Heater, that's the air inlet to the camper.
Straight into the camper, yeah.
Outlet technically from the heater, the inlet's over here. Air intake for the diesel engine or whatever is in there, and then the exhaust just comes through here. And then this is the fuel pump, and it just comes from right there. Yeah, it's very simple to build. That gray water tank is gonna go here eventually.
Oh yeah.
I just had to find something slim enough, and that was like the only jug that was slim enough.
Do you have any plan on this side of the panel?
I have another box I'm thinking of putting vertically over here, but I don't know what I would put in it. Maybe like my axe and shovel,
right?
Something like that. But that's like a later thing. Working on the more important things right now. Finishing the interior.
The interior.
Yeah, cause like the outside is good. I don't have much to do with it anymore. I want to build the interior because that's where I spend most of my time. Doesn't look like the most comfortable thing or like visually pleasing thing, so I want to finish it up. It could be more cozy.
Did you just knock your face?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. All right, we are in. I am like only this tall, so it's still quite a bit of distance from me to the ceiling.
It's a 6'2" standing height.
Oh my god, this window looks so nice. Dude, your view is spectacular.
And the best thing is you can't see in from outside with this window.
So it's like a one-way window?
Unless the lights on the inside are on, but
right.
During the day you can't see.
Nobody can see you.
I've definitely changed with no curtains up, with people outside.
Oh yeah.
And no one's looked in.
How do you know?
I'm just praying.
Curved TV? Or
monitor, 32-inch gaming monitor.
So he's got his gaming on here.
It's on a...
Oh, so you can stand it or sit.
Yeah, so I'm using my computer, it's down, but when I'm laying in bed, it's all the way up. And it extends all the way out too.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
That's something you don't only see in a camper.
Not many people prioritize having a computer set up in their camper.
No, essentials.
Yeah. On my desktop, shoved a bunch of stuff in there so it wouldn't go flying.
I figured if you change it to a laptop, it will save a lot of space here.
Yeah, and power. And power.
Right.
The mechanical keyboard. I think you have the same keycaps?
Yeah, similar. The rainbow colorful ones. Your tiny friend.
Slothy. His name's Slothy.
Slothy?
Slothy. He's a sloth.
Like you grew up with it?
No, my friend grew up with it, and we were at a festival and I got too attached to it, so she was like, take care of it. This is a temperature gauge and then a humidity sensor too. Because it's such a small space, they gotta make sure the humidity is low. Otherwise, condensation gets crazy.
Condensation, and you will have mold and stuff, I would assume?
Yeah, it's really crazy. And then humidity catcher, or whatever they call it. I emptied it yesterday when we aired down, and this is how much water is already in. Oh my god, that's a lot of water. So, that's how much water.
Yeah.
I don't know what this, that brick is that catches it, but like, the water's nasty.
So this thing, is it like, does it disappear and you replace it?
Yeah, it dissolves and then you replace it. It's supposed to last about 2 months.
Oh, okay.
But that's how much humidity it's caught in like the last like 12 hours. The bedding.
It surprised me because it's like short box Tacoma and you still have a full bed in here.
Yeah, it's a short and queen. No, double. Short and double. It's like I bought the 6-inch memory foam from Amazon. It's like a green tea charcoal infused whatever.
Oh.
And like it was like I think like $300, but it's probably been the best bed I've owned.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I've always had like IKEA mattresses, and this is like way better. And I had to cut it to length because usually I think beds are 72 inches.
Yeah.
But it's only 70 inches across. 5'10".
5'10", sweet.
This camper is made for short people. I'm 6'8", and when I'm laying down, I can still stretch my toes, but like my head is pretty much towards the wall. But I never am like laying like that. Oh, it's like
diagonal,
slightly,
yeah.
Slightly slanted. Or,
right, that gives you more length.
Curled up, and then I have my Nemo sleeping bag. It's like a down bag just in case it's really cold. Fan's going on, yeah. Set to always exhaust. Because then it pulls out all the hot air. It's up here and then sucks in all the air from the outside in.
Right.
The kitchen area.
The kitchen. I remember seeing you building this. Dude, they did a pretty good job routing all these like edges and like.
Yeah, it was so clean. It was like one of the things I knew that I needed to hire a professional to do. So I got this tabletop on Marketplace for $10.
Marketplace, good place.
Yeah, and then I cut it to length, and then I brought it to Stu and I bought undermount sink off Amazon. I want the sink undermounted, but I also want you to save the top for cutting board. When it gets dirty, swipe everything.
Oh.
Yeah, I've always wanted an undermount sink for that reason. Like every time there's a mess, I just swipe everything in.
Yeah.
For cooking, kind of over the whole camping stove thing, so I go single burner and butane. It's so compact. And like you just pull it out, get your gas, put it in, and you're ready.
Sweet.
Whereas like the camping stove, you gotta open it, you gotta pull the sides, and then you gotta twist in that propane thing, which is really annoying. And then,
this is a tiny thing too.
Yeah.
A lot of the butane, they cover the full length of the butane tank.
Yeah.
And it's huge.
I got the smaller version just because I wanted it more compact.
Yeah.
It does the same thing. I think this puts out 8,000 BTUs anyways. For my water, it's just those, is it 5-gallon jugs? Yeah, those 5-gallon jugs water pumps where like you put it on top of it. So how I have it is bought a fitting, drilled a hole, and then we just put the fitting in, and the fitting was just enough to hold the pump and then run the tube up to the pump. And then yeah, here, so the water.
Oh, running water.
And then yeah, when I don't want it to go that far there, I use the reel attachment and it's like straight down. And I only use drinking water in this, so I always have drinking water no matter what. This is my gray tank, the liquid Molly jug. I was trying to find a bottle that was like thin enough, and I couldn't find a jug like one of these Septic cans or somewhat anywhere, so I was just like throwing stuff out at my last job and I just saw that on the ground. I'm like, that's gonna work. So I use a 20-liter Scepter tank. I can pull it out. Yeah, so it just runs in, put a fitting in, and then there's another fitting here. And
the pump kind of thing.
Yeah. I have another one of these in my truck just in case I run out of water.
Yeah.
Or when I want to go fill water, I use that instead of pulling this out.
Yeah. I guess that's your whole bench area too.
Yeah.
Where you can
Doubles as a bench.
Here we have our EcoFlow.
And the EcoFlow, the Leak's old EcoFlow.
My old EcoFlow that used to fit into the side of my last cruiser.
Yeah. I'm gonna build another shelf here, and then same with the divider, so there's more place for storage.
As you can tell, the build-out isn't nearly complete. The 220-watt solar on top feeds the portable battery inside. The EcoFlow that supported my trip to the Arctic now lives in this camper and feeds everything inside, including a computer. It makes do, but could definitely use an upgrade.
I want to put another shelf right here, and the same with the divider here, so I can have 2 levels of space I can put things
Instead of
into.
using a crate?
Yeah. The crate was the best option right now.
Yeah.
But this is where I keep all my food, pretty much.
Dry goods that does not need to be refrigerated. So where's your fridge?
It's in the bed.
Oh,
in the truck.
Oh,
in the cab. Yeah. The fridge was literally like half of the camper.
Oh, is it dew zone?
It's a really big fridge.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
A really big fridge.
Yeah. Oh, and then for the sink.
So your clothing rack?
Yeah, I don't think this is gonna be my clothing rack longer. I want to put another shelf up there or up here. Put some shelves somewhere else for my clothes, and I want to use this for storage because I have a lot of stuff in my cab that I want in here.
Right.
Like all my hiking, climbing stuff too. Yeah, and this is a lot of space for just clothes. I don't need to use that much. I think I'm gonna.
Well, but you are using that much for your clothes right now.
Yeah, I don't want to be. I think I'm gonna donate a lot of this stuff because a lot of stuff I don't wear anyways.
Right.
I brought it with me because I thought I would, but
Yeah.
after living in this for like over a month, I'm like, I don't wear half of this stuff. So
This makes me really miss the time of living on the road too. Especially not having a camper, just a car full of stuff. Basically, all of my clothes fit into one duffel bag. Some thicker clothes on the roof as another cargo bag, and that's it. Pair of boots, pair of hiking shoes, thongs, or what they call flip-flops. Thongs. Okay, also call them thongs, okay? It's flip-flops. But yeah, that's basically all you need.
So there's more storage here that I also want to build out. But yeah, I keep all my like kitchen stuff.
Pots and pans.
Yeah, and then this is like all the other random stuff.
Oh, what is that? That looks so cute.
Oh, yeah, I was desperate for a pan and I bought this. I think this is for eggs.
Yes, those square Japanese, what's it called? Something. The square egg, yeah.
Yeah, but I barely use it. I like my...
Yes, I
Yeah.
have those nesting ones.
Yeah, I like these ones better because they're easier to clean. I have 2 pots and a pan.
Oh, yeah.
They're up there drying right now.
Oh, that becomes your drying bay.
I just don't have counter space for it, so
Right.
I just one day put it up there and I'm like, oh, okay, that's where I'm gonna, put it.
So what are you thinking of the interior?
So this is just, I bought this stuff and I just put it on just to see, like, it was only $15 for like I think like a 20-foot roll. So I don't know how I feel about it, if I want to do like a pattern like this or do a solid color all the way through. Maybe like only for like a small part. Even the countertop over here, like this is all just like kind of stuck on with double-sided tape to see. I like these tiles, I'm gonna use those for sure, but I don't know about the wallpaper.
When nighttime comes around, the interior turns into a different vibe. Excuse the half-finished installation, we're a work in progress, but watch this.
So the reason why I put these specific LEDs in, they're I think RGB IC, is because they're completely programmable. For instance, I only have the back wall set right now, and then the rest of it is empty. But then I can go and change it so that only the bed is lit up and the rest is not. And then if I go in to change it again, I can just turn to something more ambient where I only have these 2 lights on, one lighting my foot and then one lighting my countertop or my head. I can have all the lights on, and it's just easier to deal with because I can do it all on my phone with just one app versus trying to wire in 3 or 4 switches for, like, let's say the bed light, backlight, or the countertop light.
My favorite little gadget is the trash bin mounted on a door. When it's closed, you can use it from the inside. I saw him cooking on the tailgate right here, and then everything just goes right in here. It's super handy. And what are those?
Oh.
What is it?
A kendama?
What is it?
A kendama. You know those Asian toys?
Asian toys?
Well, actually, they're not Asian. I don't think so. But
Right?
yeah, it's just a kendama.
If it's Asian toys, I should know. So how is everything built?
The frame is built out of steel. It's 1x1 16-gauge steel because I don't know how to weld aluminum, and I barely know how to weld steel.
16 gauge, like thin steel. It's really hard.
Yeah,
Using MIG?
MIG.
Yeah, it's
MIG.
really hard.
That's what I had to use. The outside walls are made of aluminum composite. I bought this from an industrial construction company. The insulation is just 1 inch. It's like R5 insulation. I wished I went with a bigger frame, like 2-inch or 1.5-inch steel, so I can use thicker insulation. But because I use 1-inch, that's the best, the biggest, the thickest I can go.
The gap, yeah.
But it does a really good job, especially in the summer, of keeping the heat out. Like in like 40 degree weather, it's like 25 in there with the fan running, so it's not bad. This door I got off Marketplace for $200.
Oh, Marketplace.
Almost everything's bought off Marketplace, and it has like a bug screen. And like if you were to buy these like new, it'd be like $1,400. And then same with my window.
Guys, if you ever try to find him, yeah.
The window I got for $40 off Marketplace, and it came off of a motorized RV. So like these windows are like winterized. It's like dual pane. Yeah, that was one of the reasons why I wanted something like that.
Yeah.
Aluminum camper jacks.
Right.
Made out of, I think it was an aluminum angle.
And you weld another flat piece to it because there's like grind marks, so that's probably how they made it.
I didn't really need it. We actually loaded this on without camper jacks.
How?
4 guys and some tricks.
Oh yeah, leverage.
Some trickery, yeah.
Huh.
And then, but after it was on, I needed to finish the bottom, like seal it completely. So we put on camper jacks.
Right.
The thing I like the most about my camper build is the gap between the camper and the roof. It's very minimum. I think it's like 2 inches maybe. I only gained 1 to 2 liters per 100 kilometer.
That's good.
After putting this camper on, so.
Have you tried weight yourself at one of those truck scale? Give it a try.
We should hit it and see who weighs more.
I am notoriously known as like being overweight. But the thing is, this car is probably a lot lighter because I don't have that dual fuel tank that I had on Alta, especially when that dual fuel tank is filled in. You can see the vehicle squat a bit, given that I already have the heaviest spring in the car and airbags spring helper. Because the camper is not fully fitted yet, a bunch of stuff is stuff in the cab right now. You got the seats removed, right?
Yeah, this is like a 30-70 split, so I took out the 70%. I just left one seat just in case I need to take 3 people.
Yeah, just in case you pick up a hitchhiker kind of thing.
Yeah, but my whole life is literally in this, so everything is packed to the rim. It's locked.
Good habit, even though when you're out in the wild, always lock your car. I lock myself in when I sleep too.
So, this is the driver's side. All my work stuff, hiking bag with hiking and climbing gear, my work bag, shoes, and then just
air down stuff.
Yeah, and then we'll go to the other side. Also packed. This is my fridge. It's a 60-liter fridge. And then look how wide that thing is. It takes up like half the space of the camper. And then I keep all my tools in here to build the camper. Everything I've built the camper with pretty much has been in this bag. This small little bag right here.
Oh yeah.
So you don't need much. Well, you do, but you just start innovating once.
Oh, my Craig stuff.
Yeah. So I try to do one thing a week.
Yeah.
One task a week.
Yeah. Have you used my Craig?
I used it to build the whole interior.
Sweet.
Yeah. So like all the cupboards, all the cabinets, I used it.
Nice.
And it was done in a Home Depot parking lot.
Perfect.
Yeah. So this is the platform on the 70% side, and then I left enough space underneath, and it's just filled with my shoes and like some other stuff, like the other
more
people.
Correct. Yeah, this is the circular saw guides to make sure you cut a straight line if you don't have a table saw.
Yeah, and my compressor I put all the way in there, but it's stuck in there. I jammed it in there and then I can't get it back out. So.
Compressor.
Like for a pump, for a tire pump.
For your tire. Where's your lead? Like air outlet?
For
tire pump?
Oh, I plug it in to the battery. It's in a box, right?
Yeah, so you still have to take it out or no?
Yeah, I have to take it out. I have to pull the box out, but I shoved the box so hard in there that I have to take the...
Everything out?
I have to take the seat delete out in order to pull it out.
Oh my god. Yeah. So like later you gotta do that?
No, I'm just not gonna air up.
We have quite a bit of highway to drive.
Like for like 20 minutes, right? 15 minutes?
Probably something.
I only aired down to 25.
Okay.
I think I'm okay.
That makes me want to like not air up too, because it takes so freaking long. Yeah. During COVID, I picked up a hobby. I started woodworking, and then bought a bunch of cheap but essential woodworking tools, and built a couple shelves and tables and stuff for home. And yeah, since I haven't been using them a lot, because I work with metal now mostly, and Antoine needed it, and I'm like, hey, dude, I have these. Like, you don't have to buy it. Perfect. Couple things. If you have a saw, drill, driver, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all you need. Some pencils, rulers, squares. Yeah, for the skeleton, small welder. Well, 16 gauge, you don't need a big welder. So anyways, pack down. Let's get out of here. Am I the only one that needs to pack down?
Yeah.
Okay, let me pack down. See you guys next time. Maybe I'll show you where we go next. Should be epic if we get a spot. I can't get over how good that view is.
Yeah.
You know, like you have a good view of you're blocking it, a very cool Land Cruiser. And and imagine a lake take a pic.
Yeah.